Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Tom Sherry.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Whitney Ward. Well, breaking news here at the top of this 4 o'clock hour. Idaho is moving into stage 4 of the state's COVID rebound plan. So under the stage 4 stay healthy guidelines, Idaho remains open with recommendations to protect lives, healthcare access, and the economy. Vaccines are encouraged to help keep Idaho open. Everyone 16 and older can get a vaccine now in Idaho.
So in phase 4, there are no more recommended gathering size limitations. Face coverings are recommended when physical distancing is difficult, and everyone, including businesses, should follow physical distancing and sanitation recommendations.
In a press release, Governor Little said today that Idaho continues to thrive during this pandemic. He also said thanks to the actions of Idahoans in protecting their neighbors and getting the COVID-19 vaccine, Idaho's schools and businesses have stayed open longer than almost every other state. And he says we have prevented a crisis in our healthcare system. The move to stage 4 signals to Idahoans that we have been open and we will stay open, and we must keep up the good work.
Now to a developing story that we've been covering for the past 2 weeks, the struggles for local small businesses to find people that want to work. Now even more businesses in Washington and Idaho are offering bonuses to new hires. The Eat Good Group and Cyrus O'Leary's have joined Davenport Hotels and Old European Restaurant in offering cash incentives for new employees. Eat Good Group is offering the incentives for their Idaho locations. That comes as Idaho Governor Brad Little announced that the state would be ending its participation in federal pandemic unemployment programs. Little said his decision to withdraw the program will help employers get Idahoans back to work, and that's effective on June 19th. Over in Airway Heights, Cyrus O'Leary's is offering a $500 bonus for any new night shift hire. The company says a drought in applicants led to the incentive being offered.
I'd probably say since the start of the pandemic for sure, but it's, the duration, how long this has lasted, the applicant drought, should we say, has just made it overall challenging, but definitely more recently, and especially with our graveyard team, which is kind of why we are specifically targeting this market in this position.
Connor also says the incentives will likely be offered for at least the next month as the company gears up for increased demand. She also added that it could also be extended for the foreseeable future. So coming up new on KREM 2 News at 5 tonight, we'll have more on the bonuses and also what led local small businesses to have to offer them.
Well, today, for the first time in several weeks, some students in the Coeur d'Alene School District were actually required to wear masks in the classroom.
Yeah, just a few weeks ago, the Coeur d'Alene School Board voted to end the district's mask requirement. They decided instead to make masks only strongly recommended.
They did have some contingencies, though, for outbreaks of COVID, an option to require certain students to mask up again if COVID started spreading at their school. And that is what has happened now at 3 schools in the district. All students at Canfield Middle School are now being required to wear a mask. So too are select grade levels at Woodland Middle School and Lake City High School. We talked with one mother today who has kids at both Woodland and Lake City. She says she doesn't understand why they have to wear masks, but other students in their school don't.
For our child to say, I will wear a mask to make sure those seniors can have graduation is astounding to me. Like, she is thinking about somebody else before herself. And I think that's pretty cool. So, and she's all for it, but she doesn't understand. We can't really help her understand why juniors and seniors don't have to.
She said she'd prefer an all or nothing approach to masking. You can hear more from her as well as the district and other parents. It's all coming up in just about an hour on KREM 2 News at 5 o'clock.
In the meantime, the FDA has expanded emergency use authorization for Pfizer's vaccine for Americans 12 to 15 years old. Tomorrow, a CDC advisory board will review the data and finalize its guidance. After the advisory board's decision, about 17 million more young Americans will be eligible now to receive that vaccine.
Parents who want to protect their children, younger teens who want to get vaccinated, we're a step closer to that goal now.
So according to the latest CDC numbers, 46% of Americans have received at least one dose of the vaccine. The president has a goal to turn that number into 70% by July. Today, the administration also announced new programs to help get more Americans their COVID shots, including free Uber and Lyft rides to vaccination sites, community college vaccine clinics targeting students, and more funding for community outreach. So now that the Pfizer vaccine is going to be available to kids, public health officials are urging parents everywhere to get their kids vaccinated.
So the question is, though, will parents sign their kids up? KREM 2's Mark Hanrahan spoke with a local pediatrician. He joins us live now in the newsroom with what she had to say about giving kids the COVID vaccination.
Good
Mark.
afternoon, guys. Simply put, she is thrilled the Pfizer vaccine will be available for kids 12 and older. In fact, she says she's getting her daughter vaccinated later this week. You have kids?
I do, yes.
Will they be getting the vaccine?
My daughter signed up to get hers on Thursday.
So that is Dr. Jennifer Callisvart. She's a pediatrician at Spokane Pediatrics. As you just heard, her daughter will be getting the Pfizer vaccine. Bottom line, Dr. Callisvart says this vaccine has gone through the same process and scrutiny as other vaccines, and it's been determined to be safe and effective. In fact, clinical trials found it to be 100% effective for kids ages 12 to 15 while producing a robust antibody response. And because children make up more than 20% of our population, vaccinating them will be key to achieving herd immunity.
So even if your child is completely healthy, they may go to school with somebody who may not fight infections well, or have a grandparent or family member who could get sick. So by vaccinating your child who's healthy, you can help prevent other people from getting ill and possibly dying from it.
All three vaccine manufacturers approved for use in the U.S., Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson, are studying the vaccine's safety and effectiveness in children. So when will vaccines be available for kids younger than 12? Well, Pfizer has previously said they are not planning to ask for expanded emergency use until September, so at least a few months away from that point. But bottom line, if you have questions about getting the COVID-19 vaccine for your child, talk to your pediatrician. They're the experts, not some random source online. Back to you guys.
Always a good reminder, Mark.
Great
Thanks very
reminder.
much. Yeah, we need to remember that. And happening tomorrow, the Martin Luther King Jr. Family Outreach Center is hosting a vaccine clinic. It's going to run from 10 a.m. until noon, and anyone 16 and older is eligible. So if you'd like to register, you can just visit the MLK Center's website. You can see the website address right there on your screen. All right, Tom, let's talk about another beautiful day. A little bit warmer. Definitely saw some clouds, but it really didn't bother me. It didn't really take away from the beauty of the day, did it?
It's always nice when it's comfortable,
Exactly.
right? We're tracking more comfortable weather this week, and we may get into the low 80s by the weekend. Yep, I said that. We're looking for temperatures through this week and into the weekend, but when I say 80s, I mean like 79, possibly even 80 degrees by the time Sunday rolls around. A few showers across areas of northern Idaho and western Montana, a few of them also locally in northeastern Washington, but not nearly as numerous as what we saw this time last night. Right now we're at 68 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. You can see the wind is out of the south-southwest at 9 miles an hour. We'll go from 60s to an overnight low of 45 tonight. Even though we're going to get up to 73 on Wednesday, it'll still be mostly cloudy that we'll see, although we don't expect to see much in the rain department. Over the weekend, there we go. 79 on Saturday. Could see 80 degrees on Sunday, well above the average high of 66. And coming up in about 10 minutes, I'll check your complete 7-day outlook.
Practically perfect in every way, Tom. Thanks very much. Well, robocalls are annoying. There is no question about that. But for some, they are truly dangerous. As part of our series into the world of robocalls, we met one woman who's making it her mission now to put an end to those calls because she knows all too well the cost can sometimes be a lot more than money.
Cuts me to my core that I didn't stop everything that day and go to her.
My grandmother died with $69 in her bank account.
Coming up tonight at 6, we're going to hear how the robocallers responsible for her grandmother's death were ultimately caught and brought to justice. Join us for a KREM 2 special report. That's tonight on KREM 2 News at 6 o'clock.
Hot dogs, get your free hot dogs at a Vista Stadium today. That's all with a COVID-19 shot. That's right, it's a shot and a dog. The group Save the 509 is hosting a vaccine clinic today, and we'll tell you more about it coming up next.
You're a natural at that.
Oh, sold a few hot dogs.